What's up, y'all? It's your boy Batmac back at it again with the Patriots Connected franchise, and here we go. So this is going to be a full episode of the off season. It's going to be free agency and all that stuff. I originally recorded like my voice along with this footage, but I was recording like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't trying to be that loud, and all the audio kind of got messed up with how it wasn't the way I wanted it to be. So I'm actually just gonna talk over it, and it's gonna be a little bit quicker than it would have been originally. But hey, man, we won the Super Bowl. We didn't give up a touchdown. We won 21-6. Tom Brady did not have a very good game. Julian Edelman ended up being Super Bowl MVP for 2 Super Bowls in a row now. But victory is a victory, man. That's all that matters. And most of Tom Brady's interceptions were kind of either forced on just being pressure or Josh Gordon not doing what he needed to do. So that was pretty irritating to say the least. But man, we have Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls, and now we're just gonna try to see if we advance into the next week, if Tom Brady still will be on our team, and then we'll evaluate how we're gonna deal with the future. Along with that, Jarrett Stidham, he didn't really develop very well, even while being on the bench. His dev trade's not very high, so it's kind of hard to get him to where we want him to be. So I'm going to be trading a lot in this episode. Some people are going to be gone. I'm not going to re-sign some players and all of that stuff. I'm going to make sure I get everything right. Jawan Bentley gets a nice little skill boost. Move him up the ranks. I like that. Move him up to a 78 overall. Chase Winovich gonna move up to a 77, so that's good. Young guys getting a lot of development here, man. That's what I like to see. That's what we need to see. Matt Lacoste, he's not really gonna be a vocal point of the offense next year. Hopefully I can find a tight end in free agency, because I'd rather have somebody better. We're going to make Devin McCourty an offer, but he's actually just going to decide to go to free agency. So we're going to go with Philip Dorsett. Make sure we sign him. Yep, got him. Jonathan Jones. Danny Shelton. Make sure I get him back. Jamie Collins, we were going to look at it. But 1 year, I wanted to try. But 30, 71 overall. I mean, he played so good for us, so it's one of those things where I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but he wanted to test free agency anyway, so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why Nate Ebner is going to leave. He don't even play, man. He won't play anywhere else. But at least Dallin knows what's good for him. He's going to try to get another ring. I'm going to try to make sure I get my boy Dallin a lot of playing time at some point. I'm not sure about next day. Oh my goodness. Tyreek Hill is a free agent. Okay, we need to free up some cap space. So what we end up doing is we end up trading Rex Burkhead. He's only getting worse with age now, obviously. So we trade him to the Eagles for a 4th round pick. That's what I like to see. So that's good value for him. Now, John Simon's the next person we're going to be looking to trade. And Marcus Cannon. So they want Marcus Cannon. We're trying to get the 1st round pick from the Falcons. So now we have the 11th pick in the draft. Maybe, possibly, we can end up getting a quarterback with that pick. I don't really know. That'd be great. But, can't really tell yet.
Why not go all in on Tyreek Hill? I mean, come on now. If I can get Tyreek Hill and not let him go to Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, that would be sensational. We lose AB, we get Tyreek Hill, who's 26 years old and the most electrifying receiver in the league. I'll take that any day of the week.
We have the top bid, man. Top bid. Shit. Alright, so after not getting Tyreek Hill, which sucks, man. We ended up putting money on Marcus Peters. So he was in there as a free agent. So we get Marcus Peters. There's a possibility we can just let go of Jason McCourty. Since we did lose Devin McCourty, there's a reason to believe that we could just easily get rid of Jason McCourty as well, as the two brothers would probably really like playing with each other still. And Marcus Peters is 27, and he's still a beast. So that'd be really cool if we can lock him up. And there you go. So we put money on Eric Ebron and Marcus Peters, and we get both of them. So now we upgraded our tight end position, and I'd say we upgraded the nickel corner position as well, because Marcus Peters, he's younger, and he's about just as good. So I'd say that's an upgrade, because it'll help us for the future. So now Jason McCourty will be a Kansas City Chief. And, I mean, that could bite us later if he gets a pick against us at some crucial point. But, I'm not totally worried about it. So now, here we go. We're going to have the NFL draft here pretty soon. But taking a look, some people came back from injuries. Then now let's take a look at the free agency recap and see where people went. So Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt's a free agent. That's something to look at, possibly. So Tyreek Hill, Buffalo Bill, Antonio Brown in the league still. And he will be a Raven. Mike Daniels a Cardinal. Devin McCourty will be a Seahawk. Austin Hooper a Texan. Young Ngagwe is going to be a Raider. Ryan Shazier and Darby are going to be a Redskin. Dak went to the Cowboys, but I actually changed that. It was really annoying, so I invited my friend, one of my best friends, over to my franchise and told him to control the Colt and trade Dak over to the Cowboys, because that's just dumb. Like, first of all, if Dak got the Cowboys to the Super Bowl, granted he did not have a good game, but if he got the Cowboys to the Super Bowl, they would not let him go. They would pay him so quick. So I made sure the Cowboys retained him and still have Dak, because that just made no sense to me. And then I kicked my friend out of the league, because that just makes no sense, man. Why wouldn't they get him back? But anyways, we're gonna watch the first few picks live. That way you guys can see everything up until our pick. Justin Herbert. Chase Young right there for the first overall pick for the Washington Redskins. That's real good for him. Okay. Now, second pick will be for the Redskins. Grant Delpit, the free safety. That's good. Okay. Miami Dolphins will have the next pick. They're probably going to go to quarterback. I don't think they want Ryan Fitzpatrick or Josh Rosen. So they're probably going to go Justin Herbert or Tua. I mean, that would make sense. And Justin Herbert will be a Miami Dolphin. So he'll be going against Jared Stidham or potentially somebody we end up drafting. So can't be mad about that. Cincinnati Bengals on the clock now. We have the 11th pick, so we're kind of just waiting for that. Okay. There you go. AJ Spencer. There you go. I like that. Can't be mad at any of that. Now Philadelphia Eagles on the clock with the 5th pick. It's weird that they have the 5th pick, but stuff happens. And so they end up drafting Andrew Thomas, the left tackle out of Georgia. So I'm assuming Jason Peters probably retired. So that's a really good pickup, to be honest. Like, that's something that you need. So now Oakland Raiders. And they go with Derek Brown, the D tackle out of Auburn. Okay. That's something smart. Just need to make sure you get everything right the way you want it to be. So now the Detroit Lions are on the board. Our pick is coming up soon. Detroit Lions go Dylan Moses, middle linebacker out of Bama. I mean, that would have been a pick. That guy was definitely on our draft board. So can't look at that one anymore. Tua hasn't been drafted yet. Now I'll see Seattle, Pittsburgh, or the Jets drafting him. Raekwon Davis will be a Seattle Seahawk. And man, I'm telling you right now, if Tua's on the board, we're taking him. Like, I like Jared Stidham and all, but I'm not letting Tua slip through our fingers, man. I would take Tua so quick. That would just not be smart if I didn't. Jerry Jeudy will be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I like that. I don't like it at the same time because he's going to be a Steeler, but Jerry Jeudy, man, hashtag Roll Tide. Now, I'm telling you right now, Jets ain't going to draft Tua. So you know Tua's going to be with us. That'd be so dumb if I didn't take him. Yep, they didn't take him. We're taking Tua. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I can tell you right now, I was definitely just kind of just looking around. I was like, okay, yeah, Tua, like, why wouldn't I take him? I was planning on maybe looking at other people like CeeDee Lamb, Swift, drafting King from Houston in like the 3rd round or something. But if I can get Tua, I'm doing it, man. I'd be so dumb if I didn't. There's Derek King I was looking at, but let's go to Tagovailoa. Will be a New England Patriot, baby. I know it's gonna piss all of y'all off. None of y'all gonna like that. If that happened in real, well, okay, y'all like it in this franchise, but you wouldn't like it if it happened in real life. I can tell you that. Oh well, things happen. So we end up trading our 2nd round pick, which makes sense. Okay. And then our next pick on the board will be Shaheem Carter, 68 overall safety out of Bama. I can deal with that. And then we sim to our next pick, which will be Tyree Cleveland, a wide receiver out of Florida. And then the last pick for us will be in the 6th round. We're going to go Jalen Hurts. I'm actually going to end up trading Jalen Hurts at some point, but I just really had to make sure he was on my team at some point. Also, I'm going to be very... I'm just going to let the music play for most of this episode. And you guys look about who got drafted in other places. Because, I mean, you guys care more than I do. I mean, I plan on just winning. And I don't really care who I'm playing. I don't care who's across me. So... As you guys can see, Tua and Jalen Hurts will be teammates yet again. I know Jalen's not going to be happy about that, so I'm going to trade him at some point. And I'd say that's a pretty solid draft. It could have been better, a lot better, but, you know, with my picks, I wasn't really truly totally worried about it. I'm kind of the same team as last year for the most part, so there's always trades to be made. But anyways, y'all, I'm just going to let y'all kind of watch and see where everybody else went, and I'll see you guys towards the end of the video. All right, so here we go. We will have the preseason, and it will be a game versus the Seattle Seahawks. So, taking a look at a little bit of our depth chart. Sonny Michel, James White, Brandon Bolden, Damian Harris. That's what I like to see. So, Derrick Henry is a free agent. And that is somebody that, one, I would be completely cool with picking up. And if he doesn't do a lot for us, that's just good trade value, to say the least. So, at the end of the day, I feel like that's just a good pickup, man. I was looking at the other running backs in free agency pool, and there's not really anybody else I truly want. Derrick Henry, my Bama bias, will definitely drive that decision of giving him the ball, but I mean, that's just good trade value down the road as well. 26 years old, 84 overall. Our run game will be fine if we do or don't have him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick him up, make him our backup, and we're just going to see. If we end up wanting to trade him later, like, we can get some decent value for him. I could see like an easily like 3rd round pick or anything like that. And I would love that. But as we're wrapping up this video, man, we're going to have I think we're going to have one more trade. Make sure that I put Caleb at left tackle at one point. I'm going to have Isaiah win there and just maybe see if he can do good. But we're probably just going to put Caleb at left tackle. So middle linebacker is something we need. I'm not going to have Munson starting in our 3-4. It's not going to happen. So we end up looking at the Miami Dolphins. And we're trying to trade for Jerome Baker. We trade a 2nd, 4th, and a 6th round pick. So I'm loving that. A 4th round pick in the current draft. And then a 2nd and a 6th in next year's draft. So that'll be cool because we are in the next draft. Period. Deron Harmon is somebody that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Yeah, I think his veteran presence will definitely be good for the season. And I plan on upgrading the free safety position at some point. But anyways, y'all, it's your boy Batmax saying peace out, and I'll see y'all next video. It will be the full preseason.